what it was. Y'all know who it is. And you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge itself. And I figured I'd break y'all off with a little more cosmic insight this evening. And it's still Thursday. So we're going to stay off in the sun signs. And now we're going to go to the fixed modality. And in doing so, we're going to get sexy. So this right here, this is a little something about those people that have this sun in Scorpio in their natal chart. And before I can even get there, you already know what I got to do first. I'm going to bring y'all a little bit about the sun in astrology and also give a quick breakdown about the sign of Scorpio in astrology. So I guess it ain't nothing else left to do but get it cracking, right? What is the sun? The sun is the planet itself. It rules the sign of Leo in the 5th house of the zodiac. And as I said earlier, as it puts forth light, it also brings forth life. In astrology, the sun sign represents self, one's personality and ego, their spirit, and what it takes to make each one of us individually unique. It is our identity and really can speak to our creative ability and the power we possess to meet life's everyday challenges. One's natural father, mainly our male children, and the major male influences our life can be represented by the sun. Its energy is forceful and people's core being is here. And it really speaks to how we learn to manifest ourselves in this physical world. The sun is majestic and it rules royalty. It even exudes it. It's the sun that brings strength to all the other planets in our chart. And it plays a pivotal role in the big three that consist of the sun, the moon, and the rising or ascendant. The rising or the ascendant is kind of how you appear or your body and a lot to do with your base personality on a surface level. The moon is your inner workings and how you see you. And the sun, or your soul as well. And the sun is your spirit and your ego and kind of all that put together. So what is the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac. It rules the 8th house. It's ruled by both Pluto and Mars. It rules over the bowels and the genitals. And its mantra is, I transform. And this is fixed water, y'all. And as they say, the old cliche is, still waters run deep. And Scorpio, the Scorpio sign, it likes to concern itself with beginnings and endings, and it's not afraid of either one. Scorpio sees things in black and white and doesn't have much use for gray areas. Scorpionic curiosity is absolutely immeasurable, and it's ineptly investigative. It loves to probe and get to the very bottom of shit. And due to Pluto's influence being instigated by Martian action and the keen intuition it brings with it, that certainly adds to the dynamic of Scorpio energy. Wherever it shows up in the chart, it brings power. And sometimes it can show you how to get somebody else's power. And so, what happens when you're born with your sun in Scorpio? We're talking about y'all Scorpios, huh? Right off the top, the thing you got to know about these people is that they ooze raw intensity and they have a simmering depth that can be really intimidating to a lot of people. They often put on a mask of cool control that is just a cover up for a tempestuous life. They see this whole range of emotions. Like, they see the whole spectrum with all of its depth, including this stoic love that is strong enough to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And that means Scorpio in the Scorpio in your life is going to be the motherfucker that you call when you done lost a loved one or when you're going through the hardest parts of your life. They're really great listeners, and they're even able to tune in on a sonar level to the things that aren't being said, to the extent that they can kind of throw you off with a loop with their uncanny superpowers of intuition and psychic knowing. And they kind of deliver it in this honest and matter-of-fact way, like, yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker. Because usually a Scorpio is a bad motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. And in my observations as well, Scorpios are by far the calmest and most level-headed of all the water signs. And they're able to, stay stiff in some of the most severe scenarios imaginable, which comes from their propensity to be at home in ordeals when the deepest of feelings are stirred up. You know what I mean? When you're having a crisis, like, they find a deathly calm. And it can be unnerving, or it can be the most beautiful energy that you can need. When I talk about Taurus, I talk about this overwhelming physical presence. When I talk about Scorpio, I'm talking about intensity. You know what I mean? I'm also going to tell you straight up that playing the motherfucking victim or acting helpless in any situation probably won't get no sympathy from these motherfuckers. Because Scorpio is the sign of power. And they only respect those people who harness their own power in order to change their own circumstances. They don't like seeing you playing the victim when they know you could have did some shit about it. Okay? Also, of all the zodiac signs, Scorpios can be some of the most dangerous and deadly to know. And this stems from their reputation for harboring resentment and dark feelings, not to mention the obsessive tendencies and uncontrollable passions that a lot of them have going on inside of them. This is Pluto, obsession, and this is Mars, passion, drive, both. You know what I mean? Makes a motherfucker, man. Their main ruler is Pluto, though. And that's the planet of depth, death, sex, regeneration. And Scorpios are kind of born with the inherent fascination for these type of subjects. And sometimes, depending on other aspects in their chart, they have an inherent mastery of these type of things. Definitely. Or at least an inherent understanding of it. And a lot of times the search in their life is to find out why they understand these things that some people just aren't able to understand. You know, Scorpios are the most misunderstood people of the whole zodiac. I would say that as well. You know what I mean? Some people would say that that's Aquarius, but people understand that Aquarius is weird. And they'll tell you they're weird. Scorpio ain't gonna tell you shit. You know, they ain't gonna tell you shit. It also kind of bestows them with this sense of something greater taking over, a primal force that gives them the urge to be wise and cautious with their own power. Like, they don't want to share their power with everybody. Sexually, that's something else, but we'll get to that. You know what I mean? This same energy makes these motherfuckers extremely secretive, suspicious, and even cagey at times. And I really feel that this secretiveness is born from the need to manage the intensity that they have within themselves. And if they can't manage it, Scorpio is also a sign of psychic emotional extremes. So they can drop into a depressive torment and can be given to shit like jealous and violent rages and deadly obsession and the most malicious of manipulations. You know what I mean? They know how to play on your feelings because they're in tune on a level that other people aren't in tune into on a deep level that some people are afraid to even dip their toe into. You know, Scorpios are also all about change more than anything else, though. So with this humongous amount of emotion or courage these people are born with, they are more equipped to battle the nastiest of demons than the rest of us. And be okay. Some of the things they faced in their life, the abuse that Scorpios put themselves through and allow other people to do to them, has made them extremely emotionally durable. And they're able to handle things on a visceral level and see things on a visceral level that will probably make other people fold up. Also, with any Scorpio placement, do not try to lie to these motherfuckers. Cause they feel it when shit ain't right. And if the lie ain't got shit to do with them or not, it don't mean a motherfucker. Cause you just got put in the liar category as soon as they detected it. And now they don't believe shit you got to say ever again. And Capricorn is the same way. Plus, you know, don't expect instant friendship because of these trust issues they have. Don't expect instant friendship with these people because they got to peep you out first and, you know, see how you rock on an in-depth level before they ever even fuck with you past surface level. They ooze intensity and magnetism. Not to mention they have more stamina and relentless effort than anybody else. So they make awesome competitors with built-in radars for weaknesses of opposition. They remain calm until the perfect moment to deliver a targeted sting that's going to take you out of there. That's Goodnight Irene with that targeted sting. Huh? Summing it up, these are deeply emotional people. And yes, their sexual energy is off the charts. You know what I mean? And they not to be played with either. And if they do decide that they want you, they will have you. And they'll have you their way. But my advice to y'all Scorpios is to try to chill out a little bit, man. Everybody ain't trying to fuck you over or dominate you. So you ain't got to try to do that shit to them. You know what I mean? It might be a dog eat dog world, man, but it's up to somebody to break that cycle. Why not you? You have all the tools to be awesome healers and see things on a deep level that other people can't. Use it. Use it. But, understand also that when y'all doing all this manipulating, it ain't gonna be no fun when the rabbit get the gun. And when somebody play with y'all feelings, y'all be ready to kill a motherfucker. So let's not do that, man. Let's not do that. Let's not be the scorpion if we don't have to be. We could be the phoenix and we could even be the eagle. You feel me? Hey, man. This been some priceless knowledge yourself. If you're fooling with me, you already know what to do. Please like, share, subscribe. And I need y'all to hit that like button, man, if you like this video. I need you to get me out on this algorithm. Help me help y'all. And even if you don't fuck with me and you just think the video is alright, get me out there so I can help the motherfucker that really does fuck with it. You feel me? Hey, if you're interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Hey, man, understand, just because you build like that, you ain't got to build like that. And I appreciate all the love and support, man. Until tomorrow, keep it real, because I am.